Hope, who told you about these patches, magic patches? And when, like, what was your life before that? And what have you noticed it does for you now?
That's a good question. So about a year and a half ago, one of my best friends handed to me a white patch and said, here, try this. I told her, what is it? She's like, oh, I don't know. I said, okay. She said, put it under your belly button. I said, okay. And because she's a best friend, I trust her. And we've done other supplements together. And we're always looking for the next newest thing. And so that's how I found out. I think I kind of noticed a little wellness about it. I had really bad brain fog. It's one of the long haulers I had from COVID I had 2 years ago. So I know I did not patches were supposed to fix anything, but I had a lot of issues going on with me. Do you want me to go on?
Yeah.
Okay. So after my friend introduced it to me, I started purchasing them through her. She would give me her account number, and I would just go in and order. So I was doing that for about 6 months. And so then I thought, you know, I'm going to go ahead and start ordering these for myself. So I told her, I want you to get the credit for it. She's like, no, I'm not doing it as a business. I said, oh, well, then where do I go? And she told me, go to the water store. I live here in Houston. And she said, they can probably help you. So I walked in there and I said, see, I'm going to have business like this too. I walked in that store, Andrea, and I said, hey, what do I have to do to get signed up with these patches?
Wow.
The lady there was also a distributor, and she said, well, what have you noticed about them? And are you feeling better? I said, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be feeling better. She was like, yes. You don't know about the tracker? I said, no. And so I told her, well, I want to sign up to be a silver, and I think I might want to do it as a business. So the next day I went back in to upgrade to a gold. Then she started telling me, what have you noticed? I thought, well, I didn't know I was supposed to notice something. So I want to give my background. I went to Gulf War. I'm a veteran. I was in the Army for 10 years. I did 3 years in the regular Army. I did 3 years in the Army Reserves, and I did 4 years in the Army National Guard.
Wow.
So
thank you for your service.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love the military. Mm-hmm. But while I was in Gulf War, my children were babies, and we were an experiment while we were out there. And a lot of people don't know this. When I do other events, Andrea, and I tell them that we got vaccines called anthrax, people normally go, oh, they are flabbergasted, because we were guinea pigs, and the only thing that the anthrax shots or vaccines were experiment on are monkeys. So some veterans to this day, like me, did not know we were carrying side effects that they don't have cures for. If you have any veteran friends, you need to let them know that there was a cocktail mixed in, which they are not telling us to this day, because we were not allowed to talk about it, with squalane oil, which is causing our system in our soldiers. So when I was on Gulf War Side Effects with Kevin, he's got his own podcast. He's a veteran as well. He asked me, he said, Hope, how long did you start noticing side effects? So I got to thinking, and I told him, I said, well, 3 years after I got back into the United States from Gulf War, I started passing kidney stones. So for over 30 years, I've been passing kidney stones.
Oh my gosh.
I have ended up in the emergency room. And then I started getting these unexplained dizzy spells. I would not know when it was coming, and I don't know how long it would last. I could not stop it. I tried putting my hands over my head. I could be driving, and the whole room would spin, and no matter what I do, that dizziness would not let off. So then I would have to wait till that. So I was just thinking maybe it was something I was going through. I never put it together that it's side effects or what we call vaccine injuries. I had headaches for over 30 years that would last me for 3 days. I had IBS. We were given some pills while we were over there. They were called nerve agents, or some people call them P-tabs for short. But while we were on the pills, they get immediate. So that stayed with us. I always made sure when we went to conferences, dear, that I was always close to a toilet and not too far from a toilet. I also had diverticulitis, IBS, reflux. But upon taking those patches, the dizzy spells are gone. I had not passed a kidney stone in a while. I noticed IBS is gone, diverticulitis and acid reflux is gone. And the big shocker was when I opened my bedroom curtain to see the sunshine, let the sunshine in, it was raining. I would always get the barometric pressure headache just before the rain, and that would be a good 3 days. And when I opened up that curtain and I realized, oh my God, it's been raining and I didn't get the headache, that's when I started realizing it must be these patches. Sinus infections are gone, and so is bronchitis. I would get yearly bronchitis. All that is gone, but I'm going to tell you something. I was not that one patch wonder. It took me maybe over 3 months, up to 6 months to really realize, because again, no one told me it was supposed to fix anything. But I'm one of those that I love to give 3 months a try on most things. And I thought, you know, I can afford this. But just the fact that the brain fog was gone and I have a sharp memory. See, another thing people don't know is I had PTSD too. So about years ago, I was trying out a new job. In my 50s, learning a new job and starting all over again. I did not know I had PTSD. And that's the funny thing is a lot of times you don't know you have it until you're going through something stressful. And I was going through a very stressful time in my life, having to start a new job all over again, losing a pet, marriage. It was just a lot for me. And, so one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I had also lost custody of my kids when I got back from Gulf War. So I was suicidal. I was that veteran that did not want to live another day. Thank God these patches found me, because I am not getting no compensation from the VA hospital. I put in a claim 4 different times and have been denied. So I am not getting any kind of compensation. The military is taking care of us. We should not have homeless soldiers or suicidal soldiers, but can take care of those out of the border. We should not be going through this. But that's a whole different story. And so I'm so glad to say the patches found me, because I have come back with a vengeance. I don't have PTSD anymore. When I had the PTSD, I don't know where my brain went, but I could write down something. What I wrote. Somebody could show me something the next day for a couple of days, and I don't know where my brain went. So that's when I found out from the VA hospital I could possibly have PTSD.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That is wild. And it just like landed in your lap and you didn't even know the blessings that it was going to help you with and fulfill your life. I mean, I mean, looking back on it, I mean, you were just in the right place at the right time.
That's incredible.
Would you look back and think like, I mean, you didn't know what they were going to do for you, and you just hung in there. Like, did you read like the information? Like, because we have like a summary sheet now, probably not when she got the patches, but now we have the summary sheet that tells you everything, what each patch does. We have more than one patch. But
you're right, Andrea. I was not blessed to get that information. And even my upline isn't even doing the patches anymore. But that's okay because they found me, and now I'm working with other veterans. And it's the fact that I have a fellow veteran that he's not passing kidney stones anymore. He told me just the other day when I was on his podcast, he said, Hope, the last kidney stone I was passing, he said I was suicidal.
Wow.
Years younger than me.
Wow.
And
Oh
he
my
was
goodness.
all for. So we are like, you know what, you guys, we need to stand in the gap for our other veterans. They don't know what we went through. We are still finding out some of the things we were exposed to. We hear about burn pits. Well, yeah, they were burning oil over there. But those of us, I was in a medical unit. Those of us, we had outhouses. And so you had to burn the waste. So that was one of my jobs. I had to do guard duty. There was times I had to help in the kitchen. And there was times I had to do cleanup. So that means we had these big barrels of human excretions, and we had to burn it. So we did not have no gas mask on to protect us, which is very carcinogenic. I find out now, but of course I'm not getting compensated for it. And so we had to burn that with Mo gas and gasoline. So therefore you were being exposed to that as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah, I didn't even know about the burn pits until recently when we had that police officer on talking about he was a veteran too. And that's wild. And I didn't even know that you were around that also.
Yeah.
That is something else.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot tonight too, Hope. Thank you so much. I really want to say too that your testimony is amazing because you had no set expectations of this patch. You had nothing. And it says so much for this technology. And that's incredible. That's really incredible.
You know, it takes tenacity
back.
And people have to, you know,
sorry.
And I was anyone you know that was in Gulf War or maybe some of the other ones, you have no idea that what's in your body there is no cure for. Thank God that these patches found me because I have no idea what I am reversing inside my body. 60 years old, I feel great. I don't have brain fog. And like I said, I'm ready to come back with a vengeance and help my fellow friends and veterans that, you know what, life can be better. I've been on the puppy. I've been on patches for a year and a half.
Okay.
But until I don't need them anymore, I'm going to keep them. I started off with 39. I started taking the 49. I started using the Carnosine because Carnosine is good for your internal organs. So the 40 plus years of taking Tylenol, I know now my liver has been attacked. I didn't know that then. And then plus what I was exposed to overseas. So glutathione is number 1 for me to detox and pull that out. I do a lot of detox baths as well, supplements. I also use SP6 for the gut healer. And I think there's one more that I'm missing. I don't use Eon as much because I don't have any inflammation, thank God. I'll use Vita once in a while.
Ooh, I love those. So you may have already mentioned this. How long was it before you actually started like looking back and noticing, you know, what was actually you did not have any longer? I mean, just roughly.
Yeah, and you know, that's so hard because again, nobody told me it was supposed to make me better. But I think again, notice all right away was having a little bit more energy. The fact I had the long haulers. On the long haulers, I used to take naps a lot. I was getting headaches a lot. I still had wheezing. Yes, energy enhancer, if you put them inside your shoulder pockets, helps with your lungs. So, and then I had bronchitis every year too. So that helped the wheezing go away. So again, I think within the 3rd month, I realized I do feel more energetic. I seem to be a little bit more mentally alert, but emotionally, I am balanced after, excuse my language, the hell I threw in my life and what were dealt me. I am in such a good place. I love life. I have a relationship with my 3 beautiful daughters, and God is good to me in my life. I love this team. Andrea, I felt immediately connected to her when I first met her during the conference, and we just kind of felt connected.
Yes, we did.
With that, yes. Definitely. Wow. That's amazing.
I met the greatest friends through this company, and Hope is one of them. And it's been, I mean, she helps me out. I can reach out to her if I need something or have a question, and you know, we're not even in the same line. She's a sideline sister, we call it. So, but we help each other out. It doesn't matter, you know, what part of the tree we're on.
Well, community is everything. And when you've got that mindset of, you know, when you're feeling good, you have confidence and you want to help everyone else do the same. So the community is, you know, the best part of it, probably.
Yes. Gosh, your testimony is just simply amazing. And you definitely have influence to help other people that are in the service. And I just applaud you. And this video, you're going to be helping so many when this, when more people see it. So that's exciting. And now I'll be able to, because I know a lot of service men and women. So I'll be able to share this with them too. It just opens up a whole nother door and everything. So
Right. And I love how these patches, the light and the energy goes, the body knows where it needs to heal, and it goes to the worst places to start healing so that everything else can heal. It's just amazing how they work because it works differently for everyone.
Yes. Oh gosh, Hope, I really thank you so much for being on here.
Well, thank you.
I really do. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't wait to see you during the conference, meeting your group of friends.
Yes.
I mean, this group just keeps growing. This is probably one of the easiest business I've ever done, and so rewarding, Andrea, because just seeing you and your road to healing, you know, and being able to reach out to you when you were going through some really unstable times in your life too, and seeing that, you know, we're all going to get beat down once in a while, but it's how we get up and recover and wipe the dust off our, go on and conquer. And that's what we are. We are just amazing conquerors helping others.
Yes, that's right. And you have a Houston event coming up, and I'm trying to think of the date.
26th, is it? The 20.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to make it there because I have at least one person that lives near there. They said that they want to go, so I'm gonna try to make it there. So maybe you'll see me sooner.
Home.
What?
You can stay home. I have a 2-bedroom.
Okay, that sounds good.
And I have a pit bull, but she's a big puppy.
That's fine. I have a pit bull too. I'm sorry they're making so much noise. When my son came in and they're wrestling around, I'm like,
we love our.
No, that's the of it.
I was trying to get them to settle down. I'm like telling them to get on the couch quietly, and they're like coming over looking at me.
They're so quietly.
Oh my God.
What's that?
They don't understand quietly.
No, especially when you just get home and they hadn't seen you, you know. Hadn't seen me in a few hours, so they're happy. They're over here playing.
I love that one. The woman tells the dog to bark soft, and it goes. Roar. So cute.
Oh, I want to know, Hope. So, do you pat your dog? How old is your dog and what's his name?
So a leopard Catahoula mix, so mixed with pit. Her name is Baby because she is a big baby. She's about 65 pounds. And so when I took her to the park, she kept on urinating a lot. So I thought that does not look normal for a dog. So I put a patch on her butt, and right away she accepted it. But I do have a 17-year-old cat. I leave my old patches upstairs with him. When he starts just any week, no, we're not having this. So that
Oh,
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
The parent will probably outlive me. He's 20 years old, and they live to their 80.
Your parrot? Yes, I've heard that. There was a testimonial that I had posted. I need to repost that, the story of a parrot that I found. I don't know if it was your parrot. It was a parrot, and it was missing its feathers when they adopted it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It just reminded me. It was in the very beginning when I started wearing the patches. I was looking online and I saw it.
That's a nervous disorder. Bird does the same thing. It's African gray, all over with red, and it's a nervous disorder that they pull their own feathers out.
Oh.
Have psych units for birds that do that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
That's probably what happened. He was probably really like sad and nervous or whatever situation because he was abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're kind of like human-like.
They are. My bird knows who I'm talking to on the phone, and he'll go. So I take my phone and I tell my best friend, "Hold on, the bird wants to say hi to you," because he doesn't pay the bills here, and I have to take my phone over there and say, "Okay, say hi to my bird."
That is hilarious. Aww.
So he'll fall in love with you when you come down, Andrea.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing.
Awesome.
It's
awesome.
been
Well,
a huge pleasure, Hope, to meet you and talk to you and hear your story.
Oh, same here. Thank you.
Yeah.
thank you. And we'll have you on again.
Sure. Okay.
You'll come on. I'm sorry I was late tonight.
No worries. It was great timing. I had just gotten back from seeing a friend I haven't seen in 16 years, and her husband is having some issues. So I told her I got some patches for you.
Here you go. Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be talking to you soon.
Okay. I think I can get my dog in here. Let me see. Can you say
yeah, we're going to see. Oh,
There she
she's
is.
beautiful.
Can you say hi?
Is it he?
It's a she.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay. Oh, she's beautiful.
Thank you. She wants me to scratch her.
Well, thank you so much. I
Nice
really
meeting
appreciate
you.
that.
You take
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too, Andrea.
Oh gosh, what did you think? Wasn't that just a surprise for you?
Just everything, like every testimony is just so incredible because they're so different. They're so different.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I've heard her testimony a couple of times before, and it's like I hadn't heard it in a while, so it's like, wow, it just blows you away. And for her helping other military persons,
that's huge.
I mean,
because there's so much of that we don't know about. So that is so huge that they can actually get their lives back, you know?
Yeah.
They've given so much. Oh, I'm so happy to hear how good she's doing.
Yes.
Or I'm looking forward to more.
Well, we're going to be on again tomorrow, but we're going to be on Facebook this time. We're going to have a nurse, and then maybe later on we'll have her on Instagram.
Cool.
So,
looking forward to it.
That'll be fun. It's going to be tomorrow night. What did I say? 8 Central? 8 Central Time, I think it was.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
You can update me.
Well,
oh my gosh. Well, awesome. What a great evening. And yeah,
oh,
hopefully see.
so if anybody on this live sees the replay, or if you're on now and you are curious about either these, patches, that they're stem cell activation patches, or the business part of it, making a little extra money, reach out and send me a DM, and I'll be able to give you more information on it. And tune in next Wednesday, where we go into more detail about them and what they are and all of that.
Awesome.
Is there anything you wanted to add?
No, just reach out with any questions at any time, and we can get you answered. Definitely. You've got to try them.
Yeah. They're all natural. They're all natural. Nothing goes into the skin. It's not like a nicotine patch or a estrogen patch. They're all natural. So we were going to keep this short. So if you want more information, I can send it to you. Just send me a DM.
Awesome.
Right.
Cheers to good night.
Yes. Have a good night, Jill. Thanks for coming on and with me again.
Thanks for having me.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.